How can we navigate through tough times? We all go through hardships here and there. It's a part of life, right? And when those storms hit, having someone there to weather them with us can make all the difference. But sometimes, knowing how to support our loved ones during a crisis can feel impossible. That's what we're diving into today. Welcome to the Academy of Love, and we'll see 5 steps to help support our partners when they need us most. Don't forget to like this video and hit the notification button. Let's dive into it. The first step we need to take is learning to listen. One of the most powerful things we can do for someone who's hurting is to truly listen. Not just waiting for our turn to speak or offer solutions. It's about creating a safe space for our partners to unpack their burdens, to let their guard down, and to feel heard without judgment. When people lose their job or face the news of a health situation, their stress levels go through the roof. In this situation, what would you want? Someone to tell you what to do, or someone who just gave you a shoulder? Sometimes the most loving thing we can do is to simply be present, to offer a listening ear, and validate their feelings. Active listening involves paying attention not just to the words being spoken, but also to the emotions beneath them. What is your partner's body language saying? What's the tone of their voice conveying? When we listen with our whole selves, we begin to truly understand the depth of their experience. And when they feel understood, something remarkable happens. The weight of their burden lessens, even if just for a moment. They feel seen, validated, and less alone in their struggle. That's the power of being present, of truly listening with empathy and compassion. But active listening isn't always easy. It requires us to quiet our own anxieties, to resist the urge to fix things, and to simply be present with their pain. It's about letting go of our need to have all the answers, and instead offering the comforting presence of another soul walking alongside them. Remember, love isn't about having all the solutions. It's about showing up with open hearts and a willingness to listen without judgment. When we do that, we create a foundation of trust and intimacy that allows love to flourish, even in the midst of life's storms. The second step we need to take is to give some space when the crisis hits hard. Sometimes the most loving thing we can do is to give our partners some time to process everything. This can feel counterintuitive, especially when we're wired to want to fix things and make it all better. But offering space isn't about withdrawing our love or support. It's about recognizing that sometimes our partners need to navigate their own path through the darkness. Think about it like this. When we get hurt, we need some time so our body can heal. The same thing applies to our emotions. It's during these moments of solitude that we often discover our own resilience, our own inner strength. Giving space doesn't mean disappearing entirely. It's about having open and honest conversations with your partner. Let them know you're there for them, but also acknowledge their need to process things on their own terms. Ask them what kind of support they need in that moment. A phone call, a shoulder to cry on later, or simply the space to be alone with their thoughts. It's crucial to remember that everyone copes differently. What feels comforting to one person might feel suffocating to another. That's why open communication is key. By talking openly about our needs and expectations, we can navigate these challenging times with compassion and understanding. Giving space is an act of trust, being confident in our partners to navigate their own emotional landscape while assuring them that our love is unwavering. It's about letting go of the need to control the situation and instead embracing the uncertainty with an open heart. Because sometimes the greatest gift we can give is the freedom to find their own way back to themselves. The next step is to offer practical help. When someone we love is going through a crisis, it's natural to want to offer grand gestures of support. But often it's the small, practical acts of service that make the biggest difference. It's about showing up in the everyday moments, easing their burden, and reminding them that they're not alone in this fight. Think about the things that feel overwhelming when you're struggling. Doing the dishes, getting groceries, or even getting out of bed in the morning. These are the moments when practical help can be a lifeline. It could be as simple as cooking dinner, running errands, or offering to help with childcare. These acts of service may seem small, but they speak volumes. They say, "I see you, I'm here for you, and I'm going to help you get through this." And sometimes the most helpful thing we can do is simply ask, "What can I take off your plate today?" This simple question gives them permission to relinquish control, to accept help, and to focus on their own well-being. Remember, love is a verb. It's about showing up, rolling up our sleeves, and doing the sometimes messy, unglamorous work of caring for each other. Because in the end, it's the small acts of kindness, the quiet gestures of love, that pave the path towards healing and connection. The next step is to encourage our partners to seek professional help. We live in a world that often glorifies self-reliance, but the truth is, we're not meant to go through difficult times alone. And there's no shame in asking for help, in acknowledging that we need additional support to navigate life's challenges. If your partner is struggling with their mental health, addiction, trauma, or any other issue that feels overwhelming, encouraging them to seek professional help is crucial. It's important to approach this conversation with empathy and compassion. Avoid judgment or ultimatums. Instead, express your concern from a place of love. Let them know that you're there for them, that you support their journey, and that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. You might say something like, "I've noticed you've been struggling lately, and my heart aches to see you in pain. I believe in you, and I know you're strong, but I also know that sometimes we all need a little extra support. Would you be open to talking to a therapist or a counselor?" Remember, it's ultimately their decision whether or not to seek professional help. Your role is to offer your unwavering support, to provide resources, and to remind them that they're not alone in this journey. Encouraging professional help is an act of love, a testament to the depth of your care and commitment. It's about recognizing that sometimes love means letting go of the need to fix things ourselves, and instead, empowering our partners to find the support they need to heal and thrive. Finally, the last step is to use this opportunity to strengthen the relationship. Navigating a crisis with your partner can be one of the most challenging experiences in a relationship, but it can also be an opportunity to deepen your bond and to emerge from the storm even stronger than before. Remember, it's not about having all the answers or fixing everything. It's about showing up with compassion, empathy, and an open heart. It's about being present, listening without judgment, and offering support in ways that feel authentic to you and your partner. Be an active listener. Create a safe space for them to share their experiences without fear of judgment. Pay attention to their words, their body language, and the emotions beneath the surface. Give space when needed. So, what do you need to do to help your partner through a moment of crisis? First, recognize that everyone copes differently, and sometimes the most loving thing you can do is to give your partner the space they need to process their emotions and find their own way back to themselves. Offer practical help. Also, remember that small acts of service can make a world of difference. Ask yourself, what can I take off their plate today? And show up in tangible ways that ease their burden. You also need to remember to encourage professional help when necessary. There's no shame in seeking support, and it's often the most courageous and loving thing we can do for ourselves and our partners. Also remember that navigating storms together requires patience, understanding, and an unwavering commitment to showing up for each other, even when it's hard. Finally, learn that love isn't about the absence of storms. It's about learning to weather them together. And in the process, we discover the depth of our resilience, the strength of our bond, and the transformative power of love. Thank you for taking this journey with us today. Remember, relationships thrive when we show up for each other, especially during life's inevitable storms. We'd love to hear from you. How do you support your partner when they are going through a tough time? Share your experiences and advice in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos on building stronger, more fulfilling relationships, like the ones that will pop on your screen right now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on the Academy of Love.